Gaslighting is the art of manipulating someone by psychological means into doubting their own sanity. The person being gaslighted may sense that he or she is losing grip on reality. The gaslighted person may feel crushed. He may frequently question himself, his memory, his feelings, and his perceptions. Worse, the gaslighted person may even think that is going insane. Named after the 1940s film Gaslight, in which a husband tries to drive his wife to insanity by repeatedly adjusting the brightness of a gaslight when she is not looking. Gaslighting is a distillation of abuse, use and dump, psychological manipulation, emotional trauma, lies, betrayal, and deceit. In the Nigeria universe, the NSAS aftermath and CNN documented savagery of the Nigerian military has placed Honorable Minister of Information and Culture Alhaji Lai Mohammed in a fierce dilemma rather than refute the allegations of butchery and NSAS protesters with official facts. The Information Supremo Alhaji Lai Mohammed is busy gaslighting CNN and threatening sanctions against transatlantic informational exchanges between Nigeria and the American news network. Such is the potent power of gaslighting that it is demonizes perceived enemy, opponent, rival, or ambitious upsets and make them question their own sanity. Northern reactionary forces are now perfecting gaslighting orthodoxy against the ambition, aspiration, and political dream of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2023. In May 2019, the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir Rufai, gaslighted Tinubu with a powerful grenade. The grenade launched against the Jagaban of Bogu, the Asiwaju of Lagos, and the national leader of the All Progressives Congress was to checkmate Tinubu's omnipotent and overreaching political influence. El-Rufai's anger, argument, narrative, polemical assault, crude vulgarities, and disrespect to Tinubu were all designed to further reinforce El-Rufai's iconic signature as a dismantler of godfatherism in politics. He wanted to be seen as an epochal figure who desired to help Lagosians redirect the course of Lagos political culture of slavish and subversive attitude towards the whims and caprices of the mighty Tinubu, who in all honesty looms larger than life in Southwest politics. El-Rufai's barbarian transgression against Tinubu amounted to gaslighting. Tinubu is a master of political witchcraft. A whole overview of his political life will form a course of study in any university. For decades, he has been weaving his political sorcery on the southwestern Nigeria's political savannah, where captive politicians are automatically said to obedience, loyalty, and respect. His homegrown Babasokpe political doctrine is driven by brutal and merciless dictation from the Bodilon headquarters in Ikoyi. There is no escaping from the merciless work of his political assassination against any offender naive enough to contradict the whim and caprices of Babasokpe. He charges at political dissidents like a wounded cougar demanding blood, body, and broth. Politicians under his tutelage from Lagos to Kogi live with fear of his lovable and enigmatic politician who could mutate between benign benevolence into a deadly mafia enforcer using invisible foot soldiers like Musliu Ayinde Akinsanya, MC Olomo, all the way to intimidation, blackmail, and divination. Within the southwestern political architecture, Tinubu has introduced a full-blown democratic oligarchy where he knights anybody he wishes, be a banker, civil servant, housewife, journalist, pastor, and common tout into places of social and political relevance in Lagos. His fiefdom that monarchical power is causing massive inflammation within APC and leaving room for dissidents and rebels. Tinubu's grip on southwest political levers is constantly at war with Yoruba unsleeping passion for liberty, and hence the clamor to reduce its political voltage. This defenestration of Tinubu political power became a persistent utopian dream for many homo-modernous within the APC family, who will later package their anger into Otoge and the recent Sorosoke wake-up call. For nowhere is Tinubu more persecuted, hounded and sabotaged than in his own party, APC. The intricate dialectic of destiny and fate cannot be confronted by mere political wizardry. What is most shocking is the recent ironic gaslighting of Tinubu, even though he still has an extraordinary support from his base. The ambiguities of his 2023 presidential hopeful seems darker and darker. The straw of comfort for him is fading away as we navigate 2023. The lunatic fringe of the NSAS protesters in a bizarre logic of internalized grudge and existential tension offloaded their apocalyptic mayhem on Tinubu's business interests and touched them. This irritational anger of ordinary citizens against a man who holds no political office under the scheme of things clearly showed that our youth are becoming solemnly hostile to cult of personality and godfatherism in Nigeria politics. No one can deny, however, that the global contortions of the year 2020 has been gob-masking, unpredictable and horrible. The emptiness and panic of the pandemic is making everybody to think outside of the one's expectations. However, what we cannot be delicate about any longer is the ambivalence of President Muhammadu Buhari and the Fulani hegemony towards Tinubu's ambition for 2023 and their romance for an Igbo president. The squatter at Aso Rock, whose allegiance is only to himself, is now gaslighting Tinubu along with his larger Fulani apologists. Last week, Professor Sahabi Danladi Mahuta, a renowned Islamic scholar and a professor of environmental biometry at the Usman Dan Fodio University, Sokoto, detonated a deadly bomb at Tinubu's real or imagined presidential ambition for 2023. He goofed, garroted and gaslighted Tinubu in such a way as to think we live in an implosive world. Hear him, says Tinubu is old, experienced and age-wise, politically well-connected and rich, which is a big factor in Nigeria politics but carries a lot of baggage which is known to us. This vexing bomb thrower, crowded and eliminationist, could not recollect that both President Muhammadu Buhari and the People's Democratic Party, Reno, former Vice President Abubakar Atiku, were in their 70s when they contested for the presidency in 2015. What is at a play is a malignant, manipulating and gaslighting fireworks against Tinubu's 2023 presidential ambition from the engine room of Fulani political arrangers of Nigeria. In politics, there is no weapon more deadly than receiving a Judas kiss from the men and women who once dined and drank dined and drank with you and today are the hindering forces against your life's greatest trophy. Is Buhari going to memorialize Tinubu's contribution to our democratic renewal with insults and clannish betrayal? Are the Fulani, who are the regents of our civic values, the shapers of our political destiny, the gatekeepers of Aso Rock, have all decided to throw Tinubu under the bus of irrelevance? Is Tinubu not reliving the travails of Chief MKO Abiola all over again? Can anybody tell me if Tinubu has not been psychologically manipulated in believing that Someday, in 2023, he would be the next matador in Aso Rock. Can someone tell me if Tinubu has not been emotionally drained on all fronts in harboring insane desire to rule Nigeria? Can someone tell me if Jagaban has not been crushed as things now stand? Buhari has been gaslighting Nigeria, has now succeeded in equally gaslighting the man who delivered him to Aso Rock. Or is it all bluff and bluster in a prehensile feud of who is in charge? This is what rot looks like. Could someone tell Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State, who recently decamped from PDP to APC in a most incredulous desire to rule Nigeria, to watch his back and trust no one in politics? Well, this article is written by Taju Tijani. How Fulani gaslighted Tinubu, by Tijani Taju. Well, let them continue in their deceit. Everybody wants power. Buhari wanted the power, this and this and that. Now, the power has been given to him. What did he do? Nothing. He has destroyed this country. This regime has destroyed this country to what we have now. Tinubu wants to go. They will say Atiku wants to go. All of them, they don't have anything to offer. You see the kind of humiliation we are getting outside the world, outside the country. We cannot put our country together. People have to be running to international community that will not even help us in the first place, because the old ones that we have do not even. It's unfortunate because these people have destroyed destinies. All of them, back and forth. All of them that have ruled in this country. All of them that are holding important or key positions in this country. They have destroyed the lives and they don't care. All of them don't care. They are not ashamed of themselves. All those old men. You know, there's a saying there's a proverb that says, when an elder is in a place, the place is always well coordinated. But what do we have? These older ones, and they would say people are insulting them. What have they done? Nothing. It is all about this power tussle. They are not ready to do anything. 60 years down the line, we cannot even boast of electricity. We can't boast of that. We can't boast of good road. We can't boast of modern infrastructure. We cannot boast of the good standard of living of the people. And you, these guys, we are talking about individuals who have plunged this country to what it is now. That is only what I can say. Because when I hear all these people, I don't fall in for them, whether Buhari is right, whether Tinubu is wrong, whether Atiku is the raised man, or Rufai, all of them, Fashola, here and there, all of them, you know them. I can't start mentioning their name, Obasanjo or Babangida, all of them, or Abdusalam, or even the Gowon. They have destroyed this country. All these old people, they started at their own young age, but see where they have brought Nigeria. And now, they will not be parading themselves as elder statesmen. They want the younger ones to respect them. Respect who for where? Do you know how many younger ones? Do you know people who have died? People who their destinies have been truncated. A lot of people are leaving the country and they are going outside the country where they don't even have roots. And they are doing tremendously well. In our own country, we can't even do well. But the people who are doing well are the ones who are rotating power among themselves. And you expect us to be talking about a Nigeria go good. Where these people are there, they have sworn that Nigeria will not be good because of their selfish interests. All of them across board, whether they are from the north, south, all over the place, they have destroyed this country. And you are going to be falling at their back and be defending them, supporting them, supporting your own people. What have they done? Which country, which state in Nigeria can you boast of? If you as a person, you are listening to me, you don't want to go to UK, you don't want to move to Canada, you don't want to move to Australia and the US, which of you can boast, which state can we boast of that is, people want to rush to, or we want to even rush there? The Lagos they talk about, you see how uncoordinated it is. Let them be deceiving themselves. They are getting IGR, they are getting this and this and this. All of them put together, not only one person. But see what people are discussing. Nobody is talking about 60 years down the line, no electricity. We can't even get it. Now, a minister is telling us that we should be proud of getting this thing, fuel or petrol from Niger Republic. You see how daft these people, they are so daft. That is the way it is, because it pains one to bone marrow. It's hot. That at this age and time we are still crawling. We are not even anywhere near walking. We are crawling. We don't even know where we are going. No direction of any sort. See the exchange rate today. We were crying in 2015. The naira to dollar was 200 naira to $1. See what it is now. Go and check pounds. The same thing. They've plunged this country to a ground. And they every now and then they hold meeting. They say fake meeting. I don't just know. All of them will wear gbada. They will wear suit. They will sit down. What are they? What is the result of all those that fake meeting? All those that are meeting with this security meeting? Go to security. It's rubbish again. So guys, let's hear your opinion, because all these people they make us the verse. They see all this on our elders. Elders for where? For where?